Summer is heating up, and while most of us remember to put on sunscreen at the pool or the beach, there's more to protecting your skin than just slathering it on once a day. So joining us this morning is Dr. Lorraine Seiffert with WashU Physicians at Alton Memorial Hospital. She's here to break down what really works, what to avoid, and how to protect your whole family this morning. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's kind of just start with the basics. With so many options out there, what should we actually look for when we're in that sunscreen aisle and we're trying to pick up the best one?
So major things, you want to look for something that says broad spectrum. It covers both UVA and UVB. Most of the sunscreens out on the market are more of a compound, and they absorb into your skin, and they help absorb the UVA, UVB, and that's what helps protect against skin cancer. The one that is actually more effective is more of a mineral based, and it's usually like the zinc oxides, titanium dioxides. They're true barrier sunscreens, so they actually reflect it. These are the ones too that we really recommend for the younger children. So 6 months and above, you can put this on, but it is more of a barrier. The other thing is with the barriers, you can go outside pretty much right away. With the ones that are more relevant or prevalent out there, you need to put it on 15-20 minutes earlier because it takes time to soak in to be effective.
When it comes to SPF, there's so much out there. I've heard so many different things, and of course social media doesn't help with what's true and what's not, you know?
True.
So break down SPF, what levels should we use, and how do you know which is best for you? Everyone has different skin tones and skin colors and how much sun they can handle, but what really should we all be looking at when it comes to that number on the bottle?
So that's the thing, no matter what skin type you have, anywhere between 30 and 50. Anything under 30, it's really just not enough. Anything over 50, you get a little bit more, but when you start getting into that 70s to 100%, it really does not give you much more benefit, and you're just applying more of those compounds in higher concentration. So 30 to 50 is really where we say stay within that.
And that's good to know, especially during the summer. And I think young people, I know when I was young, I wanted to put on the 15. That was tanning oil, and that is not good.
It's not. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still 15, but a good 30 is pretty important.
And you know, we also hear about chemical versus mineral sunscreen. What's the difference, and is one better than the other?
So I do think the minerals are better because it's more of a barrier, but they really both are almost equally effective. The minerals tend to stay on a little bit longer, but still follow the directions on the bottles. Some will tell you that they're 80 minutes, some will say waterproof. Follow that. And even the waterproof ones, if you're in the water, you're heavy sweating, if it says waterproof up to 60 minutes, you still want to reapply at 30 minutes if you've basically sweated it off or washed it off.
In summer, kids are out and about. That's where they want to be, out in the sun, out in the pool. So when it comes to kids, what should parents be avoiding when they're choosing sunscreens for their little ones?
The higher concentration ones. The other thing that's very effective, especially for kids, is the protective clothing. You know, the swimwear that goes down to the wrist, and then make sure you're getting it on the hands, the hat, so forth. The barrier clothing is very effective, and it's not as much of the compounds and so forth. And then even for the younger kids, I always recommend using a zinc oxide or more of the mineral based.
And last question for you, because spray sunscreens are so popular because they're so much easier to put on. You just spray and go. Do those actually work, and should parents be avoiding those? Because I go to the beach and you see people spraying on the spray sunscreen and it's going with the wind. It's not even landing on people. So should people even be using those in general?
If that's all that's available, then yes, use something. But no, the actual lotions are better because you don't know exactly how much and what you are covering when you're using the spray. Because like you said, some of it does go off in the wind.
And you know, kind of final thought, when it comes to especially face sunscreen, even if we don't think we're going out in the sun, for example, with our jobs, we are going out and about. Do you need to have a higher concentration of SPF? Should it be higher, or does it matter?
No, it doesn't need to be higher, but it does need to be on. A lot of my patients like, oh, I don't go out in the sun. I say, well, do you go to your car? Do you go to the grocery store? Are you like, anytime you're outside, you're still getting exposed. So yes, the sunscreen is important every day.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone at home was taking notes because that was great insight. We appreciate it.